Would you leave the tap water running in your home if you didn't need it? Of course not. That's wasteful. Well, it's just as careless to consume more energy than you need to run your business. Utility companies provide an overabundance of power to every business and home in the United States to ensure that electricity is always available. At the same time, building operators are wasting a third of the energy they consume, contributing to over 300 million metric tons of carbon emitted into the environment. I don't think any of us signed up for that. Energy consumption is one of the largest contributors to carbon emission. Therefore, the key to righting the current climate crisis is through energy efficiency. Hi, my name is SaLisa and I am the founder and CEO of COI Energy. I grew up in Allentown, Pennsylvania, or what they call the Lehigh Valley. I recall days of not having electricity and us using kerosene heaters to keep our house warm. It made me want to make sure that other people did not have to experience what I experienced. So when I really think back on it, going through high school and then on to college, I always was trying to find ways to make where I was at better than it was before I got there. So when I graduated, I went back to the very community that served my family during our time of need. And that was my entry into the electric power industry. I remember early on just going through integrity selling and consultative selling, where they basically taught us to focus on the customer. That ended up becoming my foundation for everything I did in my career. So from there, I went to work for my first startup. It was the best experience of my life. I was there pre-IPO. I was there for the IPO when we were at NASDAQ. I had this blank canvas and I could, paint it any color I wanted. And that's when I recognized that this is my natural element. This is where I need to be. So from there, I worked at 3 additional startups, and the whole focus was really on energy efficiency and using energy assets in buildings to help solve grid problems. We created this digital energy management platform to drive efficiency in buildings in order to help optimize the electric grid. Essentially, what we were doing is paying businesses to become more energy efficient. And what that does is it reduces the carbon footprint, it helps clean up our environment, and then these businesses, a portion of everything they do and what they're generating on the platform, it gives back to those communities that are most negatively impacted by climate change. And so it's those disadvantaged communities. I have an amazing team, and they have really gotten us to this pinnacle point where we're able to now try to launch out and scale the business. The foundation was built with those companies that really partnered with us, from the accelerators to the incubators to the strategic partners. They all played a role in forming who COI Energy is today. So we are so excited to be a part of this change of what the future of energy will look like. I know climate change is a huge problem, bigger than me. And I truly believe it's going to take each and every one of us doing our part to create a healthier and safer environment for us all to live in for generations to come.